go, art surrounds us. From the paintings we hang on our walls to the house those walls belong to. But is that all art is? What is art to you? Is it just a decoration, something to hang up to hide the hole you accidentally punched in the wall when you thought that attempting a cartwheel in the hallway was such a great idea? Well, to me, and I'm certain to many of you here as well, art is so much more than that. It can be pure emotion. As a person who struggles with putting what I feel into words, art has always been an essential outlet in which I can take whatever's inside me and put it somewhere I can see it. Without it, everything would just kind of build up. When it comes to words, I feel so restricted by what they can express. Emotions are so much more complex and abstract than what I can articulate. And that can be somewhat frustrating for me, even depressing at times. But art has no such limitations. I can take a blank canvas and turn it into literally anything. Even the laws of physics and reality itself cannot hold me back from creating, let alone my vocabulary. And that's why it's so important to me. And not only does it help me get my emotions out of my system, it also helps me communicate them with others. I mean, when I make art, I hope that it makes you feel things, emotions, that it makes you think and wonder why I made it, or the story behind it. Friendship is a painting of mine, and as you can probably tell by the title, is about what friendship feels like to me. It's a warm feeling that I want to hold on to, and I absolutely love it. Throughout my life, I never really understood what real friendship was. Of course, I had a lot of friends, and I had close friends, good friends. But out of all the groups of friends that I made, I was always kind of the one sitting awkwardly outside of the circle, not really being included. But then I met someone different. I met someone who quite literally pulled me into the circle and showed me what real friendship is supposed to feel like. And it's a feeling that no matter how hard I try, I could never put into words. So I put into my art. And ever since then, a lot of my works have been inspired by that feeling. I like sharing these artworks in particular because it's such a nice feeling, and I hope that you guys feel that when you look at it, that you feel the same warm, fuzzy feelings that I felt when I made it. And sometimes, to get my art to feel the way I want it to, I have to take some risks, things outside what is normal. And of course, when you take risks, that comes with the probability that not everyone is going to agree with it. I mean, I've seen people look at surreal artworks and make a face, commenting that's weird, or why would someone ever want to draw that, or even that's wrong. When in reality, there is nothing inherently or morally wrong with the image. They just simply don't understand that there's more to art than it being realistic or pleasant or just happy. A good example of an artist who takes a lot of risks in her work is Camilla Derico. She is a huge influence for me, just the way that she takes social norms and physics and reality again and just throws all of that out the window. She just paints what she wants. She paints what she feels. One of my favorite quotes of hers is, being imaginative is being open to interpretations and exploring and expressing ideas and emotions in ways that challenge the ordinary and express them in extraordinary ways. Fish, I cannot find their actual name for the life of me, is another huge inspiration for me. Their use of watercolors is so amazing and expressive, and I aspire for my watercolors to convey the same amount of emotions. Now, neither of these artists' artworks are all representations of positive emotions. I've met a surprising number of people who almost reject art that isn't happy. But art doesn't have to be happy. And some of the most beautiful and expressive and emotional artworks come from negative emotions. They come from those dark places in life that give you such a different outlook on the world around you and on yourself, and it can be a beautiful thing. Haze is an artwork of mine inspired by negative feelings. It's about anxieties and how a constant confusion caused by not always being able to process my emotions properly kind of clouds my ability to see things rationally or sometimes see the good in things. Smoke and Mirrors is about the fear that everything good in my life, everything that I'm holding on to, is kind of an illusion that isn't actually going to stay there, that someday it's just going to disappear from me. But the most fascinating thing about art to me is that every artwork is a piece of the artists themselves. And if you really look at the art that someone makes, like really look at it, it's almost like getting a glimpse into their mind or into their story. Thank you.